All good things come in a 9x13 package, and today specifically, I'm bringing you 5 dump and go desserts, the best kind. If someone shows up to a potluck with a dessert in a 9x13, I know it's gonna be one of my favorite things, filled with perfect bites, hots and colds, all the good stuff. And that's what we're making. The first recipe I'm giving you is a peach cobbler dump cake. This is one of the first desserts I ever made in my cooking journey. So many years ago, my aunt showed up with this recipe at the lake, and I was like, what in the world are you doing and how is that gonna work? It did, and it continues to be one of my favorite desserts of all time, plus one of the top rated recipes we've ever had. Now don't blink, because this comes together so fast with only 3 ingredients. You could do this same dessert if you've never done this before with any kind of fruit, any kind of cake mix. We're about to hit the hot summer months, and so a good peach cobbler with cold ice cream is one of the best things in the world. So 2 cans of peaches straight down in our dish. I like to take another can and kind of drain the fruit out. This is not in the recipe. I just like mine extra like fruity. Second ingredient is just boxed cake mix. Listen, we're talking about dump and go today, so cake mix it is, because I'm trying to give you dump, and go. You just want to spread it out. This should not work, but it just does. Final ingredient, butter. So I'm going to slice it up into a bunch of thin slices and try to cover the whole surface. Couldn't be any easier. You can also do these in the aluminum pans because those are 9x13, so these recipes work perfectly, but we're just being pretty today. 375 for about 45 to 55 minutes until it's all gooey, brown, and bubbly. I mean, can you taste that? Can you taste it by looking at it? Because I can. Of course, we want to eat it while it's warm, but right now it's piping hot. So you want to like let it cool down for at least about 10 minutes before you serve it. Okay, digging in for what I really believe is the OG perfect bite when it comes to desserts. Give me some of that fruity, syrupy goodness. Cold ice cream meets the hot cobbler, starts to melt and create that like liquid gold right there. That's what I'm talking about. I wish you could like feel how much my mouth is watering, because it's probably not normal. The ultimate hot and cold. Every time, this is the most foolproof dessert that exists, the peach dump cake. You also get a little bit of like salty sweet, because that salty butter, when it combines with that cake mix, just like toast up, and then you get that juicy fruit with that cold ice cream. Listen, I cannot be eating the whole serving of each of these desserts. I'm gonna get in trouble. Truly, my favorite desserts are the kind that you don't have to really bake, and this is that, the ice cream sandwich cake. It's like the ultimate icebox cake. It's like the zebra cake. It's so easy. Why go through the fuss of trying to create layers when an ice cream sandwich is already layered for you? No one has to comment because they're gonna love this. So you just build layers, going down first with the ice cream sandwich. Just arrange them however it fits into your casserole dish. Next is everybody's favorite, some Cool Whip. You're gonna put a whole container down for this layer. The only problem with this one is this is the one you really can't take anywhere unless you've got a freezer to keep it in. This is the one you serve like when you're hosting at your house. Now you do a layer of chocolate sauce and caramel sauce. You want to kind of warm up your chocolate a little bit so that it will drizzle. And then do the same thing with the caramel. This doesn't need to be heated. All right, now another layer of ice cream sandwiches. I really think when people dig into this, they don't even really realize that it's ice cream sandwiches. It looks just like an ice cream cake that you made. Another tub of Cool Whip. You can go ahead and put your last layers on now or freeze it and then top it, and that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this in the freezer for at least an hour until it's all, come together, and then we'll finish it off. Chilled and ready to go. I'm so excited about this. Now you wanna decorate the top. So you wanna do a little more caramel, a little more chocolate. Come on now, that looks good. Now optional, but highly recommended just for a little texture. Some chopped nuts. I'm gonna stop here, but you could also add in sprinkles. You can do whatever you want really to the top to make it feel special. Okay, that just looks like layers of goodness. It's like a whole nother experience when you make it like this. It doesn't even taste like you're eating an ice cream sandwich with that like Cool Whip in the middle. The chocolate and caramel drizzles, y'all. Crunch from the nuts, this is perfect. This is the best birthday party dessert. Also perfect for a hot summer cookout, just saying. What's a 9 by 13 recipe if it doesn't include a bar? I'm making peanut butter bars. These are sometimes known as lunch lady bars. This is a classic. This is another no bake. This is another thank me later. Starts, of course, with peanut butter. I'm using a creamy. I think you could use a chunky, but for this I wouldn't because it's gonna have crunch from another source. Graham cracker crumbs. So this is what's gonna make these taste like a Reese's cup, you know, like how it's like a little bit gritty, and that is thanks to these. And then also a couple cups of powdered sugar. It needs a cup of melted butter, and everything just gets mixed together. All right, then we're gonna press this down into the bottom of our baking dish. I think to get thicker bars, you should use a smaller dish than a 9 by 13 or double the recipe. All right, now we make a topping, which is a thin layer of chocolate. So we're just gonna melt some chocolate chips down with a little more peanut butter and spread it over the top. When you're melting chocolate, you need to do that slowly, so you could do it over a double boiler or in the microwave. You just wanna do it in like 30-second intervals, stirring in between until it's melted and creamy. We're gonna spread this on in a thin layer. I don't like too much chocolate. I'm all about the peanut butter, so I might sometimes go a little thin on this layer. It's like a 4-ingredient dessert. I'm wearing half of it. All right, that's it. This is the ultimate make-ahead dessert because now all you have to do is chill it at least an hour because you want that to really like harden up like those bars or Reese's cups. Chilled and ready to cut. The peanut butter bars are ready. Look at that. Bar-o perfection. Now these are gonna be rich. Yeah, I don't think you need a big old square. But let me sample and find out because I might want that double portion. This is better than peanut butter fudge. Good call to keep the chocolate layer really thin because that way it doesn't take over the peanut butter, but it just complements it. Those little crunchies from the graham crackers are just the best. Like, this is so good. I'm gonna be taking some of these home to have with my wine later. This next dessert is the one that made me stop buying store-bought coffee cakes. These are lemon cream cheese bars. It's one of my favorite things of all time. This is one of the easiest desserts you'll ever make, and it's the dessert that can double as breakfast. So it's a 2-for-1 special. I've done a couple variations of this. You can do it like without the lemon and add cinnamon, but this is just so bright for these warmer months. It's just creamy, it's got all the things. So you're gonna need the zest and the juice of 2 lemons. All right, so I'm gonna start by beating up my cream cheese. You want your cream cheese to start out softened so that it gets really good and creamy. All right, to the cream cheese, I'm gonna go in with my lemon juice and then about 3/4 of my lemon zest and a 1/2 cup of sugar. Beat that all together until it's smooth. Okie dokie, artichoke. Then you're gonna take your 9 by 13, of course, and you're gonna line it. You can do this with foil or parchment. I'm gonna use parchment. And by lining your casserole dish with this, it's gonna help for easy removal at the end so that you can cut these in nice bars. Wow, this one was ready. You can use the sheets if they come in a sheet, or this, you're not going to separate the triangles. You're just gonna lay it out in one big sheet. All right, crescent rolls down, filling goes in. You could also just use ready-made cheesecake filling. This is gonna taste a little better than that. And then top it with another can. All right, you've got your like creamy goodness in there, and you know what I like to balance that out is something a little bit crunchy, and the best part of things like a coffee cake is that like topping, you know, that gets like crumbly or crunchy. So that's what we're gonna make by just brushing it with some melted butter and then mixing the rest of that lemon zest with a little white sugar and sprinkling that on top. This goes in 350 degrees. It only takes about 30 minutes to bake, but then we're gonna let it sit for another like half hour so that you can get good squares out of it. I need to get me some coffee for this one. You want it to cool pretty much completely. All right, we are mostly cooled. I can wait no longer. Pop it out with your parchment and cut it into bars. Look how good that looks. I know what I'm having for breakfast. This is like my favorite kind of dessert. Because you know I love cheesecake. We know that cheesecake's my favorite dessert. That like sugary, lemony top. You could put this with some fresh berries to give it some color, but that lemon comes through, it's so fresh. It's like definitely indulgent, but you definitely get the freshness to cut through the richness a little bit. This is so good. I gotta get a cup of coffee. We started with the dump cake and we're gonna end with the dump cake. This one is a tribute to my grandmother because this is what she would always make for a quick and easy dessert. And it is the cherry chocolate Dump Cake. So chocolate covered cherries, we love those. This is that, it's so good. This one's gonna be richer than the peach one we made in the beginning, but just as easy. 2 cans of cherry pie filling straight into your dish. Okay, now this optional ingredient is just a suggestion, but it kind of, takes it up a notch. A little almond extract. Almond and cherries and chocolate are just like, it's a classic combo. This is kind of the flavor you get in a chocolate covered cherry. So I'm just gonna add in just a little tiny splash of this and stir it around with the cherries. Okay, now in goes our cake mix, of course chocolate cake mix this time. And then topping it again with our butter. Going in 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. Smelling like chocolate in here. Hot chocolate. Let's go, look at this. All that cherry goodness trying to pop out. All right, just like the peach one, we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes so that it kind of comes together and it won't just like burn your mouth when you go take a bite. We're ending on a good note right here. Oh yeah, come to mama. Did I happen to save the best for last? Quite possibly. Just like Mama used to make. Oh y'all, this is good. If you like the chocolate cherry flavor combo, this is the best dessert to make with it. I really do need to find that glass of wine. It would make me so happy. This is so good. Quite possibly might have saved the best for last. I'm telling you right now, these desserts are the 5 excuses you need to pull out that 9x13. They're all super easy, the most delicious, and they are perfect for feeding a crowd. The hardest decision is going to be which one to make first. I say don't even choose, make them all. Thank me later. These are so good.